So when you dropped out of college, did you say to your father, I'm going to be like Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, and I'm going to build a big company? And did he have a lot of confidence in you to do that?
Well, Mark Zuckerberg wasn't alive when I started the company, so he wouldn't have referred to him. And Bill Gates was just started Microsoft 2 years before I started Saferway, so my dad would never have heard of that. My dad was very supportive. He was just wanted his son to do something he was passionate about, that he could see I was very excited about this. So he was actually very supportive.
In the early years, he helped you somewhat as an accounting professor. He gave you some advice?
My dad was my mentor since I didn't have that business background. I always say that from the year 1978 to 1994, I never made a move at Whole Foods without checking with my dad. In 1994, I had turned 40 years old, and we'd gone public 2 years before, and my dad was now wealthy, on paper, with the Whole Foods stock that he'd bought. And he wanted to hold on to what he had. And I wanted to grow the business. I just thought, we can really grow this thing. And so we used to fight in our board meetings. We were screaming at each other at public board meetings. And finally, I said, Dad, here's what I want you to do. I want you to sell half of your stock tomorrow. I'm firing. I don't want you on the board anymore. I want you to sell half your stock tomorrow and take the other half and leave it in the company, because we're going to grow Whole Foods. It's going to be a big enterprise someday. So he did that. He took my advice, sold half the stock the next day. He was very hurt. His feelings were hurt. I remember him telling me, I said, I'm 40 years old. I'm ready to run the company by myself without you. And he said, 40 years old? You don't know anything. You're only 40. It turned out he was right. I didn't know very much when I was 40. I know a lot more today than I knew then. But he was wrong about the potential growth of Whole Foods, because the company took off after that, and he made a lot more money on that half that he kept in.